Well, hello, YouTube. How you doing? It's me, Von Naya. I'm doing great. I'm at work. Let's have a little talk. Not a long one. Jeez. This shit was long, the last video I did. But it was a nice little rant. It wasn't really a rant. It was just brain puke. Today, we're going to talk about what everyone else is talking about, just for a couple minutes. And that is, Michelle Obama not attending Trump's inauguration. Oh my God. Is this really a conversation? Is this really important? Oh man. Okay. So let's talk about it. How do I feel about it? Well, I don't. I don't care. I don't care if she goes or if she doesn't go. I don't care if she's a guy or a girl or both. I don't care. Wanna know why? I don't care about the slave masters and what they do. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't do anything to me. I still gotta come to work every day, right? Just like you. And do slave shit. Right? So, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's all a fucking show, right? It's a show. You know, some say, yeah, it's a show because Trump's really running things behind the... No, he's not. He's not running shit. They're running him. Just like they run Biden's, Obama, and Clinton. They're just the assistant to the slave masters, who are the people who really own us and the world with their huge bank accounts, and them loaning their fake money to our governments, and then our governments slaving us away with the tax. Just come on, it's a fucking pyramid. We're on the bottom. Like, it's real simple. You shouldn't need any math or anybody like me to, like, you know, kind of tell you the math on this. You should just know this. This should just be obvious for you. And, you know, normally you don't see construction people on here talking about this stuff. You know, they're making jokes about shit on, you know, the site and each other. Because that's the kind of people they are, you know. So I figure I should do some videos about this shit, so you guys can see at least one grimy motherfucker. Because all these other people with their conspiracies and their conscience, they're all like these pretty people that are like out in the wilderness, doing yoga, drinking tea. It's like, no, dude. There are people that think just like you, but we're still here at our jobs. It happens. You know? But that's okay. As long as you know what the big picture is and what the goal is, and not lose sight, and not think, well, the goal is my next trip to Vegas. My next trip to Maui. The goal is actually, you know, finding out what the fuck you're doing here. Why am I here? What the fuck? And it definitely isn't for us to do this every day, but whatever, right? But the main topic was the slave masters and their infighting. And, you know, I really don't care. I really, really don't care about what they are fighting about. And I really wish more of you wouldn't care. You can't do anything about it. Imagine if we ignored all of them. We ignored the Michelle Obamas, the Clintons, the Trumps, the Bushes. Imagine if we all just said, what? Fuck you. made up our own laws and did our own thing locally, you know, then I think we would have more checks and balance than, you know, this Patrick Bateman, Newsome guy. Like, we need to stop putting our faith in these people that did not have the same life me and you had. It's that simple. How can they identify with us? How can they know what we need if they've never lived the life that we've lived? How do they know what my life is like if they've never set foot on a construction site? They don't know what I need. They don't know what these guys need. And I'd say the same goes for like Hollywood when I worked there. I didn't see any congressmen out there on the set locations. I mean, yeah, maybe they were at the business parties. I sure as hell didn't go to those. You guys give your energy, your money, your everything, your time to these people that cannot identify with you. Even if, like, they did one of those, like, boss, undercover politician for a week. I mean, they might, I feel your pain now. That's it. Then they're going to go back to their mansion, their cushy jobs. They're done. Out of sight, out of mind. You're nothing to them. You're a fucking slave among millions of slaves. And yet you're like, oh, you mean she's not going? Good. Good for her. Finally, some respect. You know, you gotta give respect to get it, to earn it. You gotta, it's respect. And you gotta make them give it to you. How about you just not give a fuck about them? And you respect yourself. I don't need these motherfuckers to tell me what to do. I don't need these motherfuckers to take a percentage out of my paycheck to take care of me. What? No. No. You know, it's just ridiculous, the things that you guys focus on. And to be honest with you, it's like, LA is burning. This is a great distraction. No one cares now. It's all about showing her respect. And the other side is like, you see, this is how they are. I'm so glad Trump won. And it's like, oh my gosh. These are the folks we sit in traffic with. Imagine if they were just gone. Imagine if the world was here without the left or the right. I know, I was one of those for the longest time. I was total Democrat. I totally know. And the thing is, I hated the Republicans because I did my research on both parties. They're both shitty parties. Democrats are shittier. But down the line, I also noticed something. If there was something that you could tell a Republican entity or group, corporation, establishment wanted to do something and it was highly unpopular, if you waited 10, 15 years down the line somewhere, a Democratic organization, corporation, establishment, politician eventually introduced it. And it got passed. And that's when I realized, oh, they're on the same team. One does it by force, the other one does it by, hee. Republicans are force if you're stupid. And Democrats are hee if you're a moron. And that's when I was like, okay, Green Party, Independent, Bernie Sanders. I used to vote for Ralph Nader, everything, all the time, California. And then I used to vote against my vote in the Democrats were a vote against Republicans, basically. I mean, I hated Newsom. I hated that cocksucker. But it was like, oh no, not a Republican. So, some of that is my fault. But, you know, once Bernie Sanders took up the rope from Nader, I also got to see how the Democrats kind of screwed Bernie over a bunch of times. And then at a certain point, I started to feel like, well, I think you're allowing them to screw you over. Wait, are you volunteering to be the scapegoat, old man? And that's what I said, oh, fuck this. They're all on the same team. All of them. Fuck them all. I'm done with this game. You ask anybody in my past, they'll tell you, yeah, this bitch was all up in the politics. I followed everything. I knew every congressman, senator. I knew all the bills being... I watched C-SPAN! I was a C-SPANner, dude. And it was because it was also, too, because I was like, oh, I'm gay. I can't allow these people to be passing laws against me, which was a thing. But I think what these politicians do is they put us in knee-jerk situations, you know? And they know which group of us they can do that to. You know? The blacks, bring in Trump. Yeah. The gays, bring in the Bushes. You know? Oh, we got Christians? Where are the Clintons at? I mean, it's obvious now that I'm older. Maybe, yeah, it took years, over 25 years for me to be like, what? Wait a minute. 10 years ago, you were saying that. Now you're saying that after you disagreed with him. You know. And I guess that's what woke me up, or I figured it out, is because I was paying attention. I make it a point to pay attention. COVID, that was another example. I didn't just believe everybody. I didn't just believe the people who said take it. I didn't believe the people who said don't take it. I didn't believe anybody. I just trusted myself. But at the same time, something didn't sound right with everybody and what they were saying for the past years about what Trump was saying. It just started, at a certain point, it started to sound like, what? That doesn't sound right, even for Trump. So I started paying attention more. When they started cutting his feed on television, I was like, and it was a great little show. A little bit was real. The part that was real was when the media turned on him, and all of a sudden this virus is killing people. This dude didn't know what to do. Or he was a really good actor. And I think that's how they do it, you know. They have these leaders up that are in on some of it, most of it. And every so often they throw them, you know, a curveball. And they're just like, we will figure this out together. I mean, I don't know. I think we should just stick to the plan. We're forming the plan right now. I don't know what the plan is. Does anybody else know? You know, it happens. I think that's what happened in these fires. I think, you know, the city officials of California, way before Newsom and Bass, had a plan, knew what the plan was, knew that they couldn't do it. It would take a while. Weren't sure whose watch it would be done on, or when it would be done, but knew it just needed to be done. And they figured they had to wait for the most incompetent people around to do it. Enter Bass and Patrick Bateman Newsom. patsies. But you know what? If you're not paying attention, even if you're in on the con, if you're not fully paying attention and aware and head on the swivel, yeah, you're going to go down for shit. You're going to get scapegoated. I have lots of times in jobs and in family. Fucking family and friends. Now, I'm not, sometimes it's because you're an innocent person, you don't think like that, and sometimes it's because you're not innocent, you're in on it. And they know that you're not going to be able to say anything. You're gonna have to keep a straight face and go with the flow. Take the questions, the tough questions, and deflect. And do this, and this, and that, and, a lot of this. And one day we'll find out why these fires were done and what we can do to prevent this from ever happening again. Oh my God. Is there a class? Is this a class? Do people take classes on how to communicate what may happen in the future, in the past, present, or now? Oh, fuck, dude. He's a total psychopath. Reminds me of my uncle. Oh, my God, my uncle. That cocksucker. Anyway. Don't. Who cares? Who fucking cares about these people? Fuck them. Fuck them in their ears. Fuck them in their nose. Let them go kick rocks. Don't let them master you. For yourself. You're like, I don't really care. I don't really care. Sometimes I vote in local. Sometimes I don't. I'm just like, no. But I definitely don't vote for a president. You're not a president of me. There is no president of me. I'm my own person. I rule myself. I do have a creator. And that creator is, for lack of a word, God. And I listen to that. And that tells me things in my head, in my gut, in my heart. And I follow that. And whenever these leaders speak, there's this thing that enters me that says, fuck these cocks. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. And I think that's God. I really honestly think that's God. I think God's like pissed off. He's like, what the fuck? Fuck this bitch. Don't listen to him. Her. Fuck him. Fuck him. I got a path for you. I'll clear it for you. So do this. And I do it. And it works out. I think that's God. I think that's God. And I think I have that connection because I stay away from the Bible. I stay away from the church. I stay away from all that. They were like, well, that could be the devil. Maybe. We'll see. Well, I finally got this fixed. So I'm going to go back to work. And I hope all is well. Do not like and do not subscribe. And hope you have a good day. Till the next one. And we'll talk soon.